What's up, guys? I am playing Football Manager 2014 here. It is currently the month of September. The football and or soccer season, depending on where you live, has just started. The BPL is back up and running, and I am so excited. So this got me really in the mood to play some more Football Manager. Obviously, Football Manager 2015 will be coming out shortly, I think in October or November, somewhere around there. But I have enough time to get one more quality save in before Football Manager 2015 comes out. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. I am going to be doing a Return to Glory series. Taking a team that was once, pretty solid, pretty good, very respectable, and is now not so much. I know Wolves is a very popular save like this on FM 2014. I have done a Wolves save. It was very fun. Leeds is another team where people like to take and sort of return to their glory days because everybody wants Leeds to be good again because they are really fun to hate. But no, the team I will be taking control of has fallen even further than those two teams have. That is right. I'm going to be playing as Luton Town, the Skrill Premier side. I've actually already done one season. I actually didn't think to make a series out of this until that season was over. So what I will be doing is sort of recapping that season, the tactics I used, the players I brought in, and then go over what we're going to be doing for this current season. So last season, as you can see right now, I'm in Sky Bet League 2, which means I got promoted last season. And yes, I did. We actually won the league. First place. Boom, right there. As you can just look at this history. It's very, very sad. Relegated 3 times in a row. We're going to fix that. Don't you worry, hatters, you Luton Town fans. We're going to bring you back to where you belong. So I'm going to start off with some players that I had brought in last season to help make this possible. There were 3. David Viana was the first. Very, very good for me last season. A 7.81 match rating average. He was very good. He ended up winning the Player of the Year for the league we were in. Another guy we brought on was Rory Bolding. He was very good. You'll still be seeing a lot of these two players this season because they are still very good in League 2. He scored 14 goals for me in 21 league games. And then the other big signing off the big free transfer I got last season was Shelton Martis. I don't know. I don't even know. Being the uncultured American that I am, I'm a very good American. I don't even know where this is. I have no clue. No idea. I didn't even know this was a place. So I learned something through Football Manager. So Football Manager, very good. Very, very, very academic. Very, what's the word I am looking for? Educational. Very educational game. We are learning things. And so, yeah, I needed help for defense, and he stepped in with a 6.99 average rating. Pretty solid. He scored 6 goals for me. He was actually very good at picking up those sloppy goals where the ball just sort of bounces around the penalty box after a corner kick. He scored a lot of goals for me that way. Yeah, so we ended up winning the league using this tactic. I am using the same tactic this season. If I can get to it, here we go. I use a 4-2-3-1. And what I do is I have 2 central defenders, 2 wingbacks, complete wingbacks on the attacking. They run the ball down the sides. They work very well with my inside forwards. The reason you can play this with wingers, but I prefer inside forwards just to sort of get the ball inside, especially since in the lower leagues, finding players that can deliver accurate crosses can be very difficult, so wingers always aren't as effective. Then I have my advanced playmaker. This is probably the most important player on the team, and Viana did an excellent job last season and is currently doing an excellent job this season stepping in. And then a complete forward up here, and I have a ball-winning midfielder, set to defense, and then a central midfielder set as support. My 2 inside forwards are set as support, and then I have my central forward, or my complete forward, sorry, and my advanced playmaker on attack. So the strategy works pretty well. Attacking mentality, obviously. Balanced fluidity. We want them to pass shorter. These 5 players work together very well, especially when these wingbacks come up. Shorter passing works pretty well. We want to run at the defense. We want to play very aggressive. They can be more expressive, hassle opponents. Drill crosses, we don't want to really float them. And then I allow my wide players to swap. That's really, you don't really have to do that. I just like to. I really don't know why. I just have that. And then pass into space. Higher tempo. Yeah, this is just a good mix that I've found recently. And then I pretty much always do attacking movement main focus. This strategy works very well in lower leagues where the quality of defenders just isn't very good. I feel like an all-out attacking strategy. Yes, you will concede a lot of goals, but even if you don't have great players, you're going to score. You're going to put balls in the back of the net with a strategy, with a tactic like this. So I like it very much. So yeah, we have the same exact strategy there. Oh, another player that came up big for me, I guess there are 2 other players that I forgot to talk about last season. Let's see if I can get to the best 11 for last season and see, because I don't remember. That's right. Kane Ferdinand was one. He was on loan. He starts off the season on loan at Luton Town. He's very good, and I actually couldn't get him back, which was very disappointing for me. I really wanted him. But he's a very good player. I've actually used him quite a bit in other saves. He's one of those players that pretty frequently ends up on my teams, and even in FM 2013 as well, he ended up doing very good for me. And the other was Christopher Peterson. Got him on loan. Oh, he's actually, I think he was at Liverpool, but he is a free agent right now. I'm actually going to pick him up right now just because he's kind of old. He hasn't quite developed the way that a lot of people, would have thought, but I'm going to sign him. What would his rotation, if I bump this up to first team, yeah. I don't want to, can I get him to sign for 1800? Can I get him? Okay, cool. Yes, that'll be perfect. Even if he doesn't pan out to be a Premier League player, I actually don't remember what my scout's ability is, so I don't know how accurate this reading is going to be. But either way, he's going to improve some, and hopefully I'll be able to sell him. Getting him off of a free transfer is good. So, yeah, I give this guy 2 thumbs up. So that was actually a good thing I went back and checked, because I didn't know that I was going to get him off of a free. So that's very nice. So now this season, I got promoted, of course, so I had to bring in some more players to deal with the increased quality of League 2. So what I did, I brought in, here's a good tip. Look for old keepers. If you're in these lower leagues and you have, a 2 or 3 star keeper, and he's your weak point, it's pretty important to have a good keeper. It is very easy to find old keepers. This guy's 35, and keepers can play for a long time, and they are more than willing to sign with you. He even has one national appearance for Greece, so that's pretty good. He was a very good pickup. Who else did I get? That's right, I got Florian Bollet. I'm very bad at the French accent. Sorry if I butchered that really badly, but I got him off of a free. He's very good. He's also versatile. I can plug him in as my ball-winning midfielder or as a central defender. So it's very good to have that flexibility there. Brian Stock, I also got him off of a free. He's a good player. A leading player for League 2. So he is a good pickup. And Rowan Vine was the other one, and this was especially important because my inside forwards last season, probably my weakest position. He's 31, he's not getting any younger, but a good player for League 1 sides. Obviously I'm in League 2, so he's been playing very well. Just looking here, 6.9 average rating thus far. We've only played 4 games, so it's not a huge sample size to look at. And some other players that are important here. I got 2 regens that I will be playing as much as possible from Regen Day. Charlie Stebbing is one. He's my striker. He's determination's low, pretty low. I got him. I'd like him to tutor with someone. I'm trying to. I'm actually gonna have to see about that. I would like. Where does it tell you most suitable tutors? I can't remember where that screen is. It's under training, isn't it? Training. There we go. You have 11 determination. That's not really fantastic. How about you? No. How about you? No. Well, you're gonna be better than nothing. So we're gonna. All right. Let's just do this really quick. He's being a jerk, and I really don't have the influence to get him to change his mind. But anyway, he has the potential right now. A leading Skybet League 1 striker. That's his potential. I'm hoping if I just plug him and play him repeatedly that I can maybe turn him into a decent championship player. I'm being realistic here. I know that I'm not going to get him to be very useful in the Premier League, which is obviously where is our end goal here, is to win the Premier League. So he's not going to help us do that, but he's going to be a decent player in case we get stuck in League 1 or the Championship, and then I could sell him for a decent amount. That's sort of my goal here. And then Paul Cali, same thing, another regen, sort of the same caliber, a winger. So both of these guys, you'll see me put them on. If the game has been decided, with I'll put them in with 20 minutes or so to go. Just get them as much playing time as possible. So just the rest of the team, I guess, notable players. Pelly Rudock, he's contracted to Luton Town. He's in the game. He actually plays for Luton Town in real life. He's a good player. His potential was a good Skybet Championship central defender, and he's already a good League 2 player for me, and he's only 20 years old. I have him training as my central defender, and yeah, he's been very good. So I guess my overall strategy for this save is to build. I want to build my youth academy and get players that way through my youth system and build them up. So it's sort of a long process, but I can't really do that in these low leagues because you don't have the money to have the youth facilities, to have the good recruitment, and to have the amount of coaches to train to cover all the training areas effectively. So what I'm doing now is I have these ragtag older players pretty much put together to just try to bump me up as many leagues as possible. And then once I hit League 1, championship, maybe I can start doing this in League 1, sort of. Then I will invest in my youth systems, get a new stadium, all that good stuff. So Luton Town is actually a very good choice to do this save. A lot of lower league clubs have flawed finances, but Luton Town does not. They actually get a steady stream of income because they have decent average attendance. As my average attendance is in the 8,000s so far this season, and it was pretty close to that number last season, which for a Skrill Conference Premier League team, that's very good. So there you have it. As have a lot of wage budget to play around with and a lot of transfer budget to play around with, but I really don't think I need to add anybody else. I'm pretty happy with the team that I have. And also another thing, the way I build teams is I try not to spend money I don't have. Just because the board is allowing me 70K per week doesn't mean I'm going to spend that, because I know this is pretty near the top of where we can sustain ourselves without watching this number dip too much. So that's sort of how I play. I don't like to spend money we don't have. Actually, I need to go through our results this season. We have played 4 games so far in League 2, I'm in first place. We have won all 4. We have gone 4 for 4. I will go more in detail on the results and fixtures in a minute, as soon as this decides to be done simming. There we go. I don't really care about any of this. Okay. By the way, I'm subscribed to Wolves because they're my favorite team, so I always keep an eye out on them to see how they're doing. Alright, so matches. Here we go. So, start of the season, I scheduled friendlies against the big clubs to get some money. That's always a good thing to do. We started off against Cambridge. They got promoted with us from the conference premier. We beat them 2-1. We didn't look fantastic against them, but we got the win, and that's what matters. Lost the penalties to Bournemouth in the Capital One Cup. Not a big deal. Another game where we didn't look fantastic. Scunthorpe, we won 2-1. Managed to squeeze that one out of there. Squeeze that game. Roy Boulding had a goal, and I think they had an own goal there, which helped us out. Beat Oxford 2-0, if I remember correctly. We actually played pretty well that game. And then here's the big one. We beat Burton 5-1. David Viana got 2 goals, and Charlie Stebbing, the regen, I put him on in the final about 30 minutes of the game, and he was able to bag 2 goals in a very short amount of time. So we're riding quite a bit of momentum right now. And yeah, I will play the Oldham game live. So let me just sim up to that point, and I will see you guys in a bit. Alright, so I simmed through the the couple days before the match, and a couple things happened. We were able to sign Christopher Peterson. He is now a member of the Luton Hatters, so go team go. I actually didn't notice how versatile he is. I can plug and play him. He's competent in a lot of positions, so he's gonna be very good, and his stats are just a little bit better than actually I remember them being. So and he's got room to improve. So I think this is a very good signing. Very excited to have him. Additionally, we will go to the transfers here. Dundee United have offered to buy one of my regens for 90K, and also 20% percentage profit from the next sale. So that's a nice little bump in funds there. So that was a nice surprise, considering he wasn't one of the regens that I planned on using. Just why I'm selling him, his potential is a leading Sky Bet League 2 right winger. If I play him a lot, he might be able to be bumped up to League 1, maybe a fringe championship player. But I just don't have the room on the field to put him out there, because I have Charlie Stebbing and Paul Cowley. Those are the 2 regens that I'm sort of focusing on the most. And then now, since I have Christopher Peterson, I'm definitely going to be focusing a lot on him, as well as sort of my younger players coming up through the ranks. So I might as well just sell him, get a nice chunk of change right there. Hopefully Dundee can train him into something good, and then sell him, and then I'll get 20% of that. So something to look out for. So the match preview, team selection, quick pick. Let's see what we got here. So Luke Guthridge and Florian Mollet are injured. That hurts. He's out for 2 months. That really hurts. So I have Rudock, who's okay, and Stock, who's okay. So I'm still all right in midfield. Back at defense, Franks. Ooh, that's not looking great. No, that's right. I'm trying to think, and I'm terrible at thinking. Rudock, yeah, he's my good defender, but I'm forcing him to play mid. Is there a way that I can rearrange this where I like this better? What if I stick you here, and then I stick Matt Robinson in here? That's not really any better. I'd rather have my defense. Basically, what I did is I improved my defense at sacrificing this position. So I would rather have that. Colin, Vine. At this point, I would rather have Peterson. I'm not too worried about playing him in just so recently after signing him, because he spent a lot of time in the system last season. So He should be pretty adaptable to it. I actually don't know if that's how this works, but I think it does. So we'll see. And then I have my 2 youngsters on the bench ready to come in case we play really well. Auto sign him a number. He will be playing as number 15. And can you pre-match analysis? Opposition instructions. We're just going to make it so that we always type mark their striker. We don't want him running around. We're going to be a very passionate manager. I have faith in you. Get out there and make a difference. Very passionate here. And here we are. We're going to start the match. I use the 2D match engine just because less shenanigans. So let's do this. Looking good so far. Good ball movement. We careless giveaway right there. Then they're in. And a good save by our 35-year-old Greek keeper. Can we keep the momentum going? We have won 4 straight. Can we get the first 15 points of the season? Can we go 5 for 5? I don't know. Oldham, I actually don't know where they stand or where they were predicted to finish, but I think they're a decent team this season. So, good chance there. I'm liking the ball movement so far. I think we're going to do well. Bowling, he stayed on sides, hopefully. Yep. And that's a goal. Bowling, I found he has been a very frustrating player to own. He is offsides quite a bit, and his player ratings, sometimes aren't that high. And sometimes he has bad games pretty often, but he puts the ball in the back of the net. He scored a lot of goals last season, and he gives us a good start right here. Keeper just no chance, and Viana is just a creative genius. He's played so well. Another assist for him. So we get an early 1-0 lead. Fantastic to see that. Not a whole lot going on as it's just simming away. And we're going to reach halftime with a 1-0 lead. Overall pep talk. I'm happy with your performance. Keep it up. You know what? I'm not even going to do the individual pep talks because that went pretty well. Lots of green there. So Oldham starts off with possession. Good challenge by Lawless, and he's just going to punt it out of bounds. Okay. Uh-oh. These are always dangerous. Ooh. Oh, damn it. He did have to tip it, so that's a corner. I don't know why he went for the shot right there. Okay. We get the goal kick, so crisis averted right there. If we get another goal here, I'll put in the youngsters, get them some playing time. So hopefully we can get on the board here on this highlight. Let's see. Into Vine. Oh, and a rocket, but Woods is able to save it. Uh-oh. Very lucky right there. Lucky it wasn't a penalty because that was close, and then lucky it didn't go in. So counting my blessings right here. Oh, terrible pass. Terrible pass right there. But Stock is able to just take it away. Vine, Viana, Bolding. What can Bolding do? Into Vine. Oh, he can't quite get it in. Good ball movement, though. We tend to play very well off the counter. Very good ball movement. We just sort of pass it around, and then eventually one person will find space. The goalkeeper gets thrown out of position very frequently with this tactic. That's what I found. So we get a corner right here. Howells is going to put it in, and nothing's coming out of that corner. Oh, don't concede on the counter. Don't concede. Okay, that's good. The highlight ends. Nothing much going on. I'm actually going to... Vine actually isn't playing too well. I'm going to put in Cowley, my youngster, in. And is there anyone who's really tired? Nobody has dangerously low stamina right now, or condition, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. Put on a youngster. Hopefully he doesn't make a blunder that will let them equalize. I'm always kind of worried to put in my youngsters like that when I don't have a goal padding. Oh, that was really close. That was really close. That's I should have done this a while ago. We're going to put that on contain. I don't know if it'll really switch over in time. Yep. Oh no. No, no, no. Get it out of the box. Just get it out of the way. Whew. These old keepers, man. Can't beat experience. I'm very glad I went out and got myself an old experienced keeper. That's something I recommend to everybody who's playing these lower league teams. He made another great save right there. He's the man. What can I say? Can he defend against this corner? Ooh. This is a very butt-clenching game thus far. They've had a lot of chances. And that's the whistle. We win 1-0. I certainly don't feel good about it, but we're off to a 5-0 start, and that's I'll have to take it. Another goal for Rory Bolding right there, and Rochdale. We have some teams right on our tail here. Rochdale and Hartlepool have both won 4 out of their first 5, but we already have 5 games in, and we already have a full game advantage over second place. So that is very nice. Oldham was mid-table. What were they predicted to finish? They were predicted to finish 3rd, so that's a pretty good win for us. Very happy with that win. Obviously, they were League One last season, so you would expect them to have a stronger squad. So looking at the stats, 50-50 possession, 13-11 shots. Very close game. Then again, Oldham, one of the tougher teams in this division, so getting a win there was big. So yeah, that's gonna conclude this episode of my Return to Glory series with Luton and the Hatters. And I guess I will do an episode sort of each month, 1 episode per month. Not like real time month, but 1 episode per like month of the season, and that'll give me what, like 10 episodes per season about, if I do an extra one in the off season. I think that's a good mix. So yeah, I hope you had a good time. Please leave a comment on things you would like to see, things I can improve on, and yeah, I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.